not do it in this most appropriate, right? What else? A shoulder adducted, elbow 90 degrees. So that's our position, right? So depending if we want to do supination or pronation, we're going to go ahead and supinate or pronate that forearm. Let's say that we're going to with supinators first. How about it? So in order, if we're going into with supination first, her hand has to be fully pronated because what do I want? I want supination. So she has to be in full pronation. Very good. So now, so we got position. What's next? No, position.
Stabilize.
Stabilization. I'm going to stabilize right above the elbow, because if I stabilize anything else, of course I'm not going to stabilize anything because she can move, and then everything below it, I'm going to restrain her movement. So the only logical position of my stabilization is above the shoulder, just like that, right? So she won't do none of this. I don't want none of this, right? So I'm going to give her tactile. It's not necessarily, guys, that you have to hold somebody in that position and if they're going to fight with you. That's not about that. Because if they want to fight with you, they're going to fight with you and you're not going to do what you're supposed to do. It's more about tactile input. It's like, do not move this arm. And they kind of feel your hand, and that's going to give them tactile input not to do it. Because if she really wanted to do this, my hand is not going to stop her. Unless I'm going to kind of fight with her, but that's just not going to happen with your patients, right? Are you with me? So this is more for tactile input than anything else, but I'm telling her, don't move your shoulder, I'm going to protect that, all right? So now, supination, right? So she's in full pronation, palpation for what muscles? Excellent. We got either biceps brachii or we got supinators. Either one is good because biceps. I go with biceps because biceps is just so pronounced and it's so easy to find. So you can go with biceps, or you can go with supinators. Supinators are on the dorsum of your forearm. So this is your forearm, and the bulky muscles over here on the dorsum, those are supinators. So you can go with either or. Right now I'm gonna go with biceps. So what I want you to do, Carla, now when I tell you, okay, I want you to go and do like that. Can you do that for me? Okay, go for it. Did you see the biceps? Like, pop, right? And I felt it. There's no question about it. So she's at least what? 3. At least 3. Now I'm going to add the resistance. How am I going to add resistance? Full hand, and I'm going to apply resistance above the wrist. I don't want to put my hand on the wrist, because if something's wrong with the wrist, that's going to be very painful, and she's going to be like, ow! And I didn't measure anything, right? So above the wrist, right here. And now I'm going to ask you, Carla, hold it as much as you can. I'm going to try to go to the other side. You won't let me, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. 3 plus 4, 5. Very strong. No problem. 5, right? Everybody with me? It trickles down to 2 plus over 5. Everybody okay with that? And okay, let's go with the other motion since we have Carla over here already and nothing changes except position. No, position is actually correct because we're going now into pronation. So the only thing which is going to change right now from that is, of course, position, and then muscle. Which muscles now we're looking for? Pronatus teres, which is going to be found where?
On the forearm.
Volar aspect, right? Volar aspect. Where is the bulky muscles? Of course, you're not going to look over here. You're going to look where the muscles are, right? The muscles are here. So on the volar aspect, right? So on 3, I want you, Carla, just do this. Okay? Go for it. Beautiful. Muscles very clearly defined. I could no problem with palpating the muscles. So she's at least what? 3. Perfect. Now I'm going to add the resistance because she might be stronger. The same way, I'm going to hold it just like that. Full hand, okay? Don't do like any fingers or anything. I saw it done like with 2 fingers. The skin can rip, right? Not Carla's because she's young and strong, no problem with the skin. But if you have a geriatric and you do this, oh my goodness. Don't even try, right? So full hand and hold it tight, all right? On 3, 1, 2, 3, hold it tight. 3 plus 4, 5. Very strong. Good. Perfect. 5 over 5. Are you with me?